Okay, good morning. So this is the European session, 14th of August 2024, coming off of a losing day yesterday. We had a bit of bad luck in the NAS. So we lost about 47, 48 points there. But we've forgotten about that. It's a new day, it's a new session. So we are going to get back to baseline and do the same thing we do every day. So there's the transaction history, there's the trade from the US session last night. Unfortunate, it faked us out, but that's sometimes how it goes. EU session yesterday was also a bit lackluster, a very break-even day. So we're going to see what we can do here. Markets are open. We're looking for that first bar negative in the FTSE. So we had some news at about 10 a.m. Mauritian time. So we're going to see, coming off of that, what we can do. Some other angles that I'm going to try and implement today. Been pouring through some research over the past couple of days just to see if there's perhaps some additional opportunities that I can take on setups that I've been looking at. So we're going to trade the normal setups, but then there's some additions that I want to have a go at. So typically first bar negative, we're going to look for a buying opportunity at the low of the first bar if it does present itself to be negative. But we seem to be coming back down off of this news at 10 o'clock. Bit of a range going on in the DAX. See what the 30-minute chart is telling us. Yeah, so we got some congestion bars in the DAX, but we'll see how we go. First bar setting up to be positive on the DAX by the looks of it at the moment. So yeah, I was a bit annoyed with my performance yesterday. I took a loss that I shouldn't have taken, but it was just one of those unlucky entries where it basically just tipped me in and shot into the other direction. So just one of those things, unfortunately. I get so nervous when I trade the US session. That's the only thing. I don't think I'm psychologically equipped or from an account balance point of view equipped to trade the US session well. I get very nervous when I get taken into positions on both the Dow and the NAS. Okay, so now we seem to be looking at a first bar positive. Well, I don't think it actually knows. Oof. Oof. Negative or positive, guy? What do you want? Okay, positive. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this level at around 8,270, 8,272 thereabouts. Where essentially I want to be short under there. Okay, so first bar wasn't negative. We're going to obviously now just wait for the other setups. So we'll be looking at aggressive school run and school run in the DAX. Just this congestion zone isn't ideal. See what we get. We're setting up a sell order here. Let's see if we get triggered. Looks like we are going to. Let's move down in the DAX. Okay, so we've got some more news today as well in the US session. Yeah. So that'll basically be CPI. And let's see if we get triggered here. Looking to go short. That's a rather big stop loss. I think I will move my stop loss if we do get triggered just to above this current candle's high. Okay, so exactly the same lows. Okay. is a bit of a short in my book. Alright, so this is our signal candle that's starting to print now on the DAX. So basically an inside bar. So we had a low of 17,861.70 and exactly the same on the candle previous. So basically an inside bar. Let's see how the aggressive school run sets up. And whether or not we're going to get triggered into the FTSE. Looks as though we may be. Given ourselves a little bit of a buffer here, just underneath these lows. I would like it to decisively break with a bit of momentum before we actually get in. So we've just touched those lows now again, and we've bounced. Now, 2 minutes before the aggressive school run. Risk profile wise on the school run, nothing too bad. Right. Okay, let's see. Hmm. Okay, so aggressive school run. There it is. Suppose we got to set it up both ways. Which way does it take us? Okay, it takes us long. Can look at flipping the switch if needs be. So a bit rangy. We'll see if we get a bit of a break. So yeah, we'll flip the switch if it needs. Leave the stop loss there for now. Alright, so I was just about to say about 3 points underwater. Still waiting for the FTSE. See if we can get a little break here to the upside in the DAX. If not, like I say, I will look at flipping the switch. Again, it feels quite strange looking at a short on the FTSE and a long on the DAX. So about 7 points underwater at the moment. Okay, I'm going to cancel this order for now, just so that I can focus here. We'll come back to the FTSE. There's a specific bar that I'm waiting for, but that's a little bit of time. In about 10 minutes time, 10-15 minutes time. A bit rangy today, looks like. Want to see a good push above these highs. It's looking like a little bit of a triple top, doesn't it? I'm getting a bit stuck here. Feel a bit more confident if we can break above these highs. May very well be sellers up here. It's a bit nicer. Gonna look at reducing my risk. FTSE playing around here a little bit. That might be a bit too close. I'm battling a little bit. I might be a bit tight on the stop loss. So we had a nice little break, but I think it was about 10 points at the max. Looks like we're falling back down now. It's not the most bullish of bars. There's still 45 seconds left of it, but I don't really like the look of that bar. Seems to have hit some sellers here. Well, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out. Gonna relook at this short here. Okay, so we got school run in the DAX. No, you know what? Being a bit hasty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. May not be the worst place in the world to add in the DAX if it does get to the school run. But we're getting a little bit choked up here. I think we're coming back down. Yeah. Okay, so in all likelihood we might lose this one in the DAX. I would have looked at adding to the position if it did get up to the school run. I'm in two minds about this FTSE. This FTSE short, it is according to something that I'm looking at. I might just wait for the signal candle on the FTSE. Still got a bit of time before that. Yeah, so I think in all likelihood we may get taken out on the DAX. It's looking weak. It is looking weak. Yeah. so not looking too great in the DAX. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's pulled back now. Give myself a little bit more of a buffer there. I think DAX is going to hurt us here a little bit. So we have reduced our risk quite significantly. I would like to see a bit more of a decisive break above these highs. So this is the candle. This is the candle. I know I'm adding and taking away and adding and taking away. I'm just watching, deciding. I don't want it to just break these lows and then move in the opposite direction. I want to have a little bit of a buffer. So, the FTSE is moving quite slowly. I may close this DAX position soon. We're getting quite caught up here. Nothing is really screaming long at the moment. This big negative bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 attempts to push lower in the FTSE. Yeah, I'm going to cut this one, I think. Okay, so we're in on the FTSE. Wow, it just tipped us in. Good grief. Look at that. Okay. A little bit of what I was nervous of, just tipping us in and then going in the opposite direction. However, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think a bit premature on that entry. We're going to get taken out on the DAX here. That's for certain. Okay. Let's tighten up the stop loss. Wow, okay. Oh, fresh cup of coffee. Wonderful. There will be a flipping of the switch if it does go the opposite way. Strategy does allow for that. Okay, so DAX, I think we're definitely going to get stopped out. We see the, okay, so stopped out on the DAX. We see agreement in the FTSE and in the DAX. Alright, so stopped out there for, I think, nearly 9 points. That's not too bad. So I'm going to cancel that order. This short school run, tighten up that stop loss a little bit. Okay, so now we've got a fresh slate either way. Let's see which way it takes us. See if we can get this FTSE to move a little bit. Going short in the DAX. That's not really what I wanted to see in the FTSE. It is still early. And the DAX is pretty much range bound. DAX looks like it's going to take us short. Again, a lot of structure here within this range. We're right on the tippy top of it. FTSE is not doing what we want it to do. I think we're going to cut it there. Kind of broken above this now. Let's give it a chance. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be taken short. Yeah. There we go, there's a nice push. Can immediately move our risk down. Right, so that's DAX school run short triggered. See if we're able to manage this slightly. FTSE coming back into good. Not by much though. Pretty much break even on FTSE at the moment. Alright, well. See if there's a chance of running this DAX. Maybe back down to these lows. That's nice on the foots. Right, so there's 11 points on the DAX. I'm going to look at starting to move my stop. FTSE on a measly 2.7 points worth of profit. I want to see a little bit more of a push out of the DAX, perhaps down to 17,836, give or take, if we manage. Might be getting stuck on this a little bit. So I want to see a nice break below those, I think, and then I'll start looking at moving my stop. FTSE doing okay now. I want to see that break. Okay, stop to break even. Struggling here slightly. Bit premature on the stop, I think. That might be a bit too tight of a stop, actually. Okay, DAX starting to break down now. I'm going to be looking at this area here. Okay, we're going to get the next 15-minute bar. We'll most likely see a bit of a retracement. About 20 points, no, 18 points, 19 points. Okay, so break even on the FTSE. I don't really like the look of that little bit over here. So this may all likelihood be a break-even trade, but this is the next bar that I want to have a look at. So okay, so a nice further breakdown in the DAX. Gonna look at this area here. Want to see if we can break that area. Would be nice. $24 points. Get our stop loss a little bit down here. Just trail it slightly. Now, do we get a bounce here is the question. I think we may do. Uh, 31 points. Looks like a little bit of support there. Yeah, definitely a bit of support there by the looks of it. Let's see if we can break these lows. I'm going to close the FTSE here. I want to have a look at what this bar is going to do. And I just want to focus a little bit here on the DAX. Really like a little break below these lows. Might see ourselves a nice little runner if we can. That's at 32 points. We are getting stuck on this. I wonder if I shouldn't just take the 32 or the 30 points. Let's give it another second or two. Go on, DAX. Yeah, so I think a bit of support happening there. I think I may just close it out here. Let's see if we get another little push back down. Now we're looking on the 5-minute. Okay, so we did break. But I think the support level is quite strong. I think if we get back above this bar, we want to be out. So that'll guarantee us about 16 points. Yeah, okay, that's quite a bit of support happening there. I'm going to take the 20 points. Now it drops. Okay, lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so that's where we stand at the moment. About 14 points up on the day. Nothing spectacular. See if we get taken long here. Looks as if we may. Alright, so we long the FTSE. a 7-point stop loss there. I may flip the switch on this. If it doesn't go our way. Let's see. Get rid of that now. Okay, so currently long the FTSE. Oh wow, okay. Feels very slow today. Got brunch break bar setting up in about 27 or 28 minutes time. Just took out that prior bar high. May have misread this one. Yeah, that's not looking too great. I think we misread that. We didn't get a close below the previous, but just looking, we've got a pretty bearish move down, a retracement, and then this bar just took out the high of the previous candle and fell a bit. So I wonder if this isn't just a continuation. The bulls did fail to push higher. I've got DAX trying to recover. I'm going to take a 5-minute bathroom break. Be right back. Right, so I want to see how this bar closes. At the moment we got quite a decent recovery out of the DAX, but not so much on the FTSE. Okay, so we've closed below the previous bar. I have run out of vape juice. That's about as much as I'm going to get out of that. Right, I need this FTSE trade to start becoming good, otherwise I'm going to look to close it. Not looking too good. It's just dead. There's no movement. So I think decent exit on the DAX, because we would have come up and been stopped out for break even. I believe we took profit hereabouts. So I mean, that's a pretty good recovery on the DAX. FTSE's not really interested. Who else be trading today? Okay, so we're nearly on the setup bar for the brunch break. Oh, FTSE is flat. Yeah, I think this FTSE trade is dead. Got to flip the switch position here. Oh, there's a bit of laugh. Okay. Alright, we're setting up for the brunch break. Another 14 minutes to wait on that one. FTSE's coming to life a little bit. And let's drop back down. Alright, so just patiently waiting. I wonder, are we coming back up to test these highs and perhaps break them? There's a little bit of life out of the FTSE. Quite a decent sized setup bar on the brunch break side of things. Hmm. That looks better out of the FTSE. Yeah. Not really what I wanted to see there. I was hoping for more follow through. We're going to retest these lows, I wonder. Okay, about 6 minutes until brunch break bar. Yeah, try and be quick on that one. I'd like to see a close above these highs. Give me a little bit more confidence. Didn't really give it to me, did it? Quite a neutral candle there. It's a little bit better. We just need the buyers to get on board. I think break even is a good idea now. just looking at the range of the candles. I may look at closing this out soon, just based on the ranges. So there's the position there. Looking at this. Right, so we've got 40 seconds left until brunch break. I'm going to close out the FTSE here. A little bit more maybe. Okay, I'm going to close it there. Right, so that was a nice little 10 points in the FTSE. We waited long enough for it. So that's what we're looking like at the moment. So 25 points on the session. Alright, so let's see what the brunch break tells us. My guess is long. Let's see. Now, so I was looking at this little area over here. We have some support, we have some resistance. That's kind of why I took profit there. One could have, I guess, trailed the stop loss a bit more, but I wanted to get out of this trade before looking at the brunch break, which I believe is going to be a long. Let's see. Signal hasn't come through as yet. If we break these highs, I will be looking for a long position. Yeah, so long. Decent amount of risk though. right up at the top of this range again. I mean, that's a very good recovery. Do we continue? Or do we consolidate for a good long time first? So I held off on that. $28 points worth of risk on the bar. Looks as though we've just touched these highs and we are breaking down a little bit. Yeah, so I think a good place to have taken profit there in the FTSE. Okay. Definite agony if I had taken it. Oh, and here's my cat coming to scream and shout at me. Yes, hello Millie. Yes, hello Millie. So if I am looking at the long side here, I'd look at an entry on the brunch break bar and perhaps add on the SRS. It's just very rangy. We've gone from the top of the range to the bottom, back to the top. I mean, I am a breakout trader, and that's essentially what these strategies entail. The question is, how strong is the range? And I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so for all we know, we could see new highs. Alright, well, let's see if it fills this. What? No, it's not. Why would it be? Huh? Impossible. Alright, well then. How can that be? don't know why that is. I'm gonna have to ask the support gentleman about that, and ladies about that. What? No. Come on now. I'm gonna have to do this manually. Wonder if that isn't a sign from the universe to say, don't do it. So we'd be long on the brunch break for definite now. I would like to be. See if we can get a bit of a better. Now I'm in 2 minds. Let me see what. Quite a strong push. But I mean, it can definitely go higher. We may just miss this one. I wonder why it will not create that order. I think that's going to explode. kind of in the wrong place now to take it manually. So I think we're going to miss this one. We already have. Alright, yeah, that's weird. That is weird. It's either a sign from the universe saying don't take the long. Or it's a little bit of a bug. Right, so there's the next bar. Yeah, there it goes. I do want to be in this. We may in all likelihood see new highs. Get a bit of a better entry here. I like to get it where the brunch break was. I don't think that's going to happen. What I may do is just enter and put a 17-point stop loss. Quite close though. I think I'm trying to push this trade. I think I'm just going to observe, but for my own how do I say it, revision later on, I did want to be long here. I just feel psychologically I'm a little bit maybe not in it. Concentration levels are dying a little bit here, but I do want to be long here. I do want to be long. I think we're going to see new highs. Do I take it long? Do I take it long? Alright, so internet dropped a little bit there. Not sure why I keep getting that drop in connection. I seem to have it every single day at the same time during the US session. 15 minutes in and it drops. Okay, well that's changed my outlook on that trade a little bit. I mean, it's not a huge break back down, but FTSE's still climbing. I think FTSE's gonna maybe retest highs. But I'm out of that FTSE trade now, so what's done is done. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Okay. So perhaps it was a message from the universe saying don't go long. My wife is baking and I can smell it. Delicious. So I need to do a little recap video of my session last night, including the loser. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to live stream for. I may end it soon and look at doing that recap video. I don't see anybody else trading. There was a chap a bit earlier who was trading the DAX, but I think he had a bit of a bad day, unfortunately. I see he's doing a 10k account challenge, a 10 and a 5k account challenge. Didn't look like he was having too good of a day. I hope it gets a bit better for him. Oh, okay, here's one. The $20,000 payout iceberg strategy. Sounds interesting. Let's have a look. Okay, 5 million indicators. Just out of interest, will this let me place a trade here now? Okay, now it will. That's weird. That's very weird. almost 10 points. Yeah, I don't want to be in the trade, but okay, I think I'm done for this morning. We've got CPR release in a few hours. I might live stream that. I might live stream that and just chat about the rule of 4 on there. And maybe depending on the risk profile on the setup bar, maybe get a trade in. US session, so it scares me to death, but so I wonder if one would flip the switch on this brunch break if it does get down to about 17,860. So, a bit of a double top printed here now. So we'd need to at least close below this candle. To look at something short. Alright, so it looks as though the brunch break got kicked in the soft bits today. Yeah, okay, I'm going to end it there. I'll be back a little bit later on for the CPR release and then the US session. I think I'm going to go and see what's baking. There's a little bit of movement now. Let's just see what's going to go on here. Looks like there's some life. It may look to be a seller below this bar. Question is, does it get there? Do I want to trade this SRS just for a sneaky little breakout that we may or may not see? I think we've got room to the upside. That's a bit concerning on the daily. I'm going to see for a very sneaky little breakout if we do get to there. I'm not going to risk a whole lot. I probably won't be in it for very long. I want to see if we do actually see new highs today. Alright, so I'm gonna trade a little bit longer. Let's see if we can get into this long position, looking for new highs. Hmm. I mean, that's looking pretty weak now. Hmm. That would have been, so that's another short signal there, according to some of the research that I've done. Not quite yet, but nearly. I think another point or so. So yeah, probably thereabouts. So that's a good place. I'm not going to take the trade. I'm just going to set it up. I'm getting a bit tired sitting here now, so my concentration is waning a bit. But yeah, break of this red line would indicate a short. Can we make that straight, please? It's a bit jumpy. Okay, so just in the interest of education, another point and we would be short here. Okay, so whether or not that actually got us in. Okay, so now we would definitely be in short. Oof. goodness, the gaps. Alright, so 1 point in our favor before gapping up. Interesting. And now we're shooting up. Okay, wonder if this is going to see new highs. A little bit of a bear trap there, perhaps. Okay, well, that was the interest of education. We'd be on the wrong side, and it looks as though we're getting some bullish strength here. Maybe some buyers coming in. I wonder if we're going to get up to these highs and potentially push above. I mean, we're sticking around the top of this area. We haven't been able to break any lower. I mean, branch break would still be in play because stop loss would be below this bar, so we didn't get taken out, but we were in a lot of pain. Alright, so that definitely didn't work. Okay, good to know. I think we might be taken long here. Like right as I need to take another bathroom break. It's turning into quite a long stream. So we would have been taken out of that because stop loss would have been above this bar. So we would have lost not much, 3 points. In the interest of education, that's not a bad price to pay. But I'm more interested to see here in the DAX as to whether or not we're going to get new highs on the day. I mean, traditionally, would it have been from there? Okay, it seems safe now to go to the bathroom quickly, so I'll be right back. Alright, so we're still hovering around this area. Looking better now on that short, but we would have been taken out beforehand. So, yeah. Perhaps a little bit less of a tight stop on that specific type of position. Let's see what the next bar does. Liquidity sweep and then a drop down, maybe? Okay, I'm going to stick around for another 5 minutes or so. I'll be interested to see if we get a break below this bar. So, pretty rangy at the moment. Yeah. Higher low, lower low, higher low, lower low. Alright, I think I'm going to end it there. We're not doing a heck of a lot at the moment, so I need to go and do a couple of things before the CPI release later on. Okay, cool. So it wasn't a bad day, just to recap. 25 points. Made back a little bit of what we lost last night. So what is it? 3 winners, 1 loser for the day. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much. See you later.